Today's the day we're heading out. Got all my camera gear right here. Lots of stuff to bring this time. We're just gonna go pick up my friend and his dad. We gotta do a couple things here first. So stay tuned.
I was so excited I didn't get much sleep. I can't speak for the other people on this trip, but I think they were feeling the same way. We were all excited. We were all dreaming about big fish. And every time I go out on the ocean, I still get that same excitement that you never know what's going to happen. This trip has been something I've been excited to go on before. We were originally going to go for Chinook, and then it got canceled, and then we rebooked, and then it got canceled, and then the Chinook season closed out here on the ocean, so we never did get to go out until now. The first day was perfect, you know. We had calm weather, and we made great time out to get set up. So we set up around, I think, around 2-ish, finished setting up, and then we headed across the wide open to another spot. And we didn't really have much luck. We missed a ton, and we caught a coho and a pink, and that was it for that night. I think the best part about day one was I was talking, and I said to the other guy, I'm like, you know, before we hook coho, just letting our line out on the surface, and you know, they come up out of the water and jump for your lure. And I looked back at my lure, and I see this wake behind it, and I'm like, oh, there's a fish falling in. And then I hook into it, and somehow it got tangled and I lost it. But I think it was pretty funny because I just finished saying that we've hooked fish on the surface before. No.
Oh yeah, this is cool. Day two started off pretty slow. We went out salmon fishing for a bit, and I caught one coho, and then we caught a bunch of little Chinook. They're about that big. Unfortunately, you can't keep them, and there wouldn't be much meat on them anyway, so we just tossed them back. And then we went out halibut fishing, got a few bites. Not sure if any of them were halibut, but we caught a couple dogfish and some little cod and whatnot. So we didn't really have much luck halibut fishing. And then we went back to the salmon spot and we started trolling, and you know, we hooked a couple little jacks, and then we never caught them again. And then we started hooking the coho, and it was just coho after another coho. Ooh. What? Bait ball?
I think so. So? There's a great big bait ball. Something behind you there. Yeah.
What did I say about trying to make coffee? Is that something? There's something following it. Looks like.
There we go. Who wants it?
I'll take it.
Where we go? Here we go. Don't let it get tangled up in the line. I don't know if you just leave it like that. There you go.
It's coming.
Alright. And then the block. Put that outside.
Oh, something else there.
The fish grab it.
Perfect. Got one too?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't matter.
Nicholas, grab the bonker, I'll grab the rod.
Okay, off started.
And then you gotta get that fish out of there. You bonk it fast, guys.
And we had a couple little incidents where we had a tangle, but fortunately we were able to get them all free without cutting any line. And then I think another funny part was while we were trying to deal with this tangle and we had a fish in the net already, we see this other fish jump. And we see it with the lure in its mouth and we're like, oh, there's a fish on the other lure. And we couldn't reel it in at the time because we were dealing with the tangle. So the fish was on there for 10 minutes. And then we finally got the tangle undone and we started reeling and it's still there. And we actually got that fish too, so that was pretty cool. Had a lot of nice fish that came in the boat. Nothing massive though. We got one decent Chinook that we were able to keep. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And yeah, the bite just turned on. Like we were hooking coho after another coho. So it was cool. Oh, I saw that on the downrigger.
Who wants it?
I'll take it. Or yeah.
Up high over. High over.
There you go.
Coming this way.
Whoa! Let it go, let it go, let it go.
You can't let it go.
Oh. Gone.
It was small. It was very small. Not really a lot of whales, eh? Okay. Yep.
Let it go, come on, go. Grab the net, there's that. Yeah. Get her wrapped around the line, yep. Oh, you're lucky.
That might be a problem. I think it is.
Okay, we'll net it and let's get it in the boat and see.
Big enough anyways.
Yeah, definitely doable.
Day 3 was pretty much the same as day 1 and day 2. We caught our fish, but nothing really changed throughout that day, you know. Caught our little jacks in the morning and then they kind of disappeared and then we caught our coho in the afternoon. And that was day 3. Day 4, unreal. You know, we started off in our usual spot. We kind of didn't really have much luck. We got kind of pushed out by commercial fishermen. They had been netting along where we were fishing, so that really made the fish disappear. So we decided to give this other spot a try. Head over there, and there's a boat leaving it already, so we're like, well, they're probably not catching any fish. We get to the spot, and we can't keep our lines down, and it's boom, boom, boom. We were getting double headers. We had a triple header on, and it was just crazy, you know. And throughout that trip, I had a goal of catching a fish on the topwater, and I'd messed it up like 3 or 4 times. And I definitely wanted to try and get it done. So I started trying to catch them on topwater. Before, I was just kind of letting out my line, and I'd see them following and then kind of make them go for it. But this time, I really tried to get them. So I threw my line out, and I was trolling there. And I had 4 or 5 fish come by and take it, and then I'd mess it up. No. But then the last fish, that was probably the coolest take ever. You can't really see it from the angle of the camera, but I saw it like a shark come in, hit it once, kind of swerve off, and then another one came in. So they were both competing over the bait, and that fish just smoked it. And it wasn't a huge fish, but that fight was unreal. You know, catching a fish on topwater there's something about it that is just insane.
Rod up. Pink's fight pretty good? No, that's
Aggressive, eh?
don't let him get
Not even that big, but it's so aggressive. Here's our fish. Just a beautiful coho.
You got this rod?
Yeah. Beauty. Here's the coho that ate the top water. Took me a while to get this one. I missed a bunch. But this guy finally ate, hooked him good. We got him. Not very big, but super aggressive.
As the last day came to a close, we were all disappointed that we were heading home and back to reality. We had made some great memories on this trip. As I can say, this is probably one of our best trips we've ever had. From the calm weather to the good fishing, it was overall a great trip.